Hi, welcome to my channel, Reader Woman. My name's Judy, and let's talk what I read in August. Wasn't a huge list I have here, but I thought I would share it with you nonetheless. The first book that I read in August, it was a buddy read with Alba at the channel Seriela, and I had a blast reading this with her. It's Persuasion by Jane Austen. Now, Persuasion has always been my favorite of the Austen novels. Of course, I first started off loving most Pride and Prejudice. I never was that fond of Sense and Sensibility. I thought Marianne was far too silly. I like Emma, but I like Emma for its humor. I like Emma because of all of the amazingly weird and eccentric characters. Emma herself, Mr. Knightley, but in Persuasion, I find Anne Elliot to be a delight. I think that she is goody-goody two-shoes in a little sense, and yet Austen pokes fun at her, gives her some not so nice feelings at times, and yet overall Anne is a fairly conventional heroine whose persistence and steadfastness wins the day. So anyways, I had so much fun though with Alba. We were on Voxer together, and she had just completely different thoughts than I ever did. And so yeah, I really enjoyed it. It made me look at it with new eyes, her eyes and mine too. It had been a couple of years since I had read this again. So yeah, I was really excited to get to finish Persuasion, and really enjoyed the buddy read. The next book is not exactly what you'd consider a read, but painting in watercolor. Let's see if it's any better. Yeah, a little bit better over on this side. It was a book that was given to me for my birthday. I asked for it. In fact, my custer, Sandra, she had this wonderful idea of getting me one of those little, they're on a post, and you have like a neighborhood library, which I thought I would really, really love to have. And a neighbor put one up about half a block away. So it just seemed a little too many, too close. So so she asked me what I'd like instead, and I said I'd like a watercolor book. Oh dear. Sawyer, hush. Hush, baby boy. Yeah. I am a very young watercolorist, not in years, but in time of doing it. I'm fascinated by it. I don't practice it nearly as much as I should. But I've noticed that partly I don't have enough source material and idea books. I have how-to and stuff like that, but I was really quite excited. You know, this gives you some really detailed ideas of how to add certain sections and how to keep it clean. And yeah, I was at Barnes and Noble one afternoon, and I just, here's another. So just giving you ideas. Some just have, you know, an idea book. Others have more detailed how to do it step by step. But what I found is because I went through their complete watercolor section and discovered that it's hard to find the type of watercolor art that appeals to me in a book form that I actually want to buy. Because I went in there thinking I would just go ahead and buy something. And no, it wasn't quite that simple. So, anyways, this is one thing that I'm going to be using for a reference and all the rest of it long term. So I was really excited to get this, and I have definitely been reading it as well as going through it. And then my final book, which I was all excited about, and I have a whole video on, is Less by Andrew Sean Greer. Sorry about that. Sawyer, when he starts barking, he just does. Hold on just a second. Sawyer, find your ball. Get a ball. Sawyer, get a ball. Get your ball. Get your ball. Find a ball. Sorry. If I were better, I'd be able to stop this and not. And with my old phone, I could actually put a pause and then come back and finish off. With this new phone, once I shut it off, it just goes off. And I have this uploading for, I'm working on my sci-fi author, Joe Clayton. And I was filming it, and I ended up with 3 sections saying, oh yeah, iMovie, I'll be able to put it all together, no problem. It became a huge problem. It wouldn't upload. So anyways, I apologize. I will get better skills. I know. I just need to sit down and learn some new things. But anyways, this was the ending of my month of August. I thoroughly enjoyed Less, and really looking forward to seeing what other people have thought about it. It still just makes me chuckle, you know. There's just one place in it that poor Arthur Less gets accused of being a bad gay. I'm like thinking to myself, how do you be a bad anything? You either are or you're not. So, anyways, a great book. So funny, so meaningful too. I mean, it's more than just humor. It has some real depth to it as well. And yeah, highly recommend it. So there we go with what I read in August. For the month of September, you might be asking, what am I planning on reading? Well, for my book club, I'm reading My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. I'm getting into it, but I don't know. It's not catching me yet, but I've really got to read it. We already discussed the first half, and I'd only read like the first introductory 3 pages. So, so I got to do my part. Definitely got to do my part. I don't do TBRs very well. I'm kind of thinking I need to buy a digital copy after buying my hard bound book. But Harold Bloom's latest book, I want to get through that, and I'm not finding it easy to hold it and read it. So, so I think if I get it digitally, you'd think, having bought it physically, that you'd get some kind of discount digitally, but you don't. So anyways, that's one of my goals, at least for the end of the year. By the end of the year, I want to read that. I also was given an interesting book by a friend, by somebody named Burke, and I'm reading on it. It's like a murder mystery, and it seems to be kind of engaging. I'm enjoying it so far. What else? I've got Ellen Hilderbrand's The Perfect Couple from last summer that I haven't read, which might be kind of good to read. I read 2 of hers last year and just didn't get to this one. And probably the one also that's heavy on my heart that I haven't read is Louise Erdrich, Future Home of the Living God. So anyways, if I can get through one of those will be great. 2 would be even better. Yeah, so far that's what's on my TBR for this month. I would like to get at least one of these things off my list and done. So anyways, I hope you're having a great reading evening, and we will talk again soon. Bye.